are skulking out the back entrance, thinking they can escape a confrontation with Smith. Right, here comes Muriel. Muriel! Toreador! Lucha conmigo!
Venga!
Lucha conmigo! Come on! Lucha conmigo! Come on! Have a pop! Have a pop! Go on, have a pop! Go on! You want it? How do I tell him to fight me? Come on! Let's have an arm wrestle. Here! Lucha conmigo! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on, macho! Come on! Come on! Come on! One! Lucha conmigo! Come on! Good man! Right!
Pero quítate la saquetilla que ahí no puede.
No?
Ahí te va a ganar también.
Oh, he's taking off his jacket. It's quite serious. It's Jan Muriel. Come on. Uno. No. Uno.
No, tío.
Está puesto peor, para arriba te va a estar más trabajo.
Uno.
Ahí.
Dos.
Una, dos y tres.
Nearly ripped my arm off. He's a strong man. He did it with the thumbs though. I've got a small scar there where I once broke a glass, and obviously that's my weakness. Ciao Bella. Coming up in part 2, we're trying to find a Costa del criminal from Britain. Have you ever met any?
Challenge 3. Find a Costa del criminal.
I was on my way to the Costa del Sol. I'd managed to fight a bullfighter and have tea with a monkey, thus avoiding a nasty forfeit. But this challenge might be trickier than I first thought. You see, there's been a recent extradition treaty between Spain and Britain, and many of our cheeky lawbreakers have been sent back for an extended holiday in Parkhurst. But with this much luxury around, surely I'd find someone who earned a living in a manner not usually recommended by your school careers advisor.
I know I'm in the right place here in Puerto Banús. You can smell the new money, and they can't all have made it with clever investment in the stock market or inventing a new vacuum cleaner. They say it's the Costa del Sol around here, but it's more like the Costa del Boy. It really is gold jewellery, big show-off yachts and wide boys. Excuse me, I'm trying to find a British criminal who lives here. Do you know anyone where I could look? Excuse me mate, I'm trying to find a Costa del criminal. Do you know where I should look?
I got a clue, mate.
Thanks a lot. Excuse me fellas, do you know where I can find a Costa del criminal? One of the famous Ronnie Biggs type criminals. Where should I be looking? Do you know any? I'm having no luck at all finding a criminal, so I've decided to take the radical step of doing some proper journalism. I'm going to pretend to be a criminal myself, and I'm going to go along to one of the expensive yacht dealerships here in Marbella and drop a few hints while I'm tempting them with all my cash as to where I could meet other people like me with criminal interests.
For this exercise, I decided to take the part of a drug baron.
When it's landed and you've got it on shore, let me know.
The boat they showed me was worth over £1 million.
Do they have stuff, all the equipment like kitchen scales?
Yeah, almost.
What's under the floor? Is that cupboards?
Cupboards, yes. Several cupboards to...
So it's all hollow underneath?
Yeah.
So could you keep stuff under there? Do you have like a company like Securicor or Group 4 who can do a bug scan just to make sure there's nothing like in that foam? In there, you can put bugs.
Yeah.
I'm not being paranoid.
Yeah.
Business is business.
Yeah. We have in this boat a hydraulic platform.
Right.
Which is very easy to put in the water and to take the boat.
So what sort of weight can it lift up?
Oh, you can put nearly 400 kilos.
400 kilos?
Yeah.
That's a lot of product. That's amazing.
But no, he wouldn't take the hint.
That's all hydraulic.
Maybe everyone in this town was honest.
Can you have ropes to bind on like crates,
sure.
barrels? We finally managed to find a criminal who's willing to speak to us. He does, however, insist that we protect his identity, so using the very latest television technology, we've come up with something which will keep him anonymous. His name, so he tells us, is Dale. Dale, nice to meet you. Dale, tell me about your criminal past.
2 weeks ago, I left my car unattended for 25 minutes without putting money in the parking meter.
Lockdown ginger.
Well, I did 73 miles an hour down the M5 once.
Who needs to go on a diet when you've got that car?
Of course, I realised that even with bags on their heads, these men weren't really criminals. So we decided to turn off the cameras and trawl some of the bars we'd been told were popular with gangsters. After shelling out for a lot of champagne and making a lot of promises about anonymity, we found one man willing to explain his frequent late-night boat trips.
Look, you're looking at a place here. You're on Costa del Sol. You are 14 kilometres. As we stand here on this beach, right, you are 14 clicks from that place, right? All I've got to do...
That place is Africa.
Morocco, mate.
Morocco.
Where the hash comes from, mate. It's fine. I've got a beautiful villa. I've got a top-of-the-range Mercedes, and I'm laughing.
Challenge 4. Touch the Virgin.
I soon found out which virgin this referred to. Every year, tens of thousands of pilgrims try to touch an effigy of Jesus' mum at the El Rocío festival near Seville.
It's the last day, we're really cutting things fine. We're racing westwards across Spain, all the way to the Portuguese border for this touching the Virgin ceremony. Certainly, it's probably not going to be as easy as the last time I touched a Virgin, which in about 1978 at the Aldershot Cub Scouts Jamboree.
As we reached the festival, it was like entering another world. Thousands of wagons and tents were pitched around a tiny village, which is only crowded for a fortnight each year, a bit like Glastonbury, but without the happy pills. It was hard not to laugh at all these people who looked like they were dressed up for a bonanza convention. But I had a serious job to do, so I asked the locals what my chances were.
You can't do it when they take the Virgin out. It's impossible. The local people won't let you touch it. They scratch you, they bite you.
They would bite me. Extraordinary Spanish tactics. This challenge is not going to be easy.
But maybe there was another strategy I could employ.
What would be my chances if I disguised myself as a meek and humble woman?
Que dice que, oye, ¿y si se disfraza como una pobrecita señora? Worse. She's saying this worse.
But I'm not going to get beaten to death.
No creo. Dice que no le van a dar golpes. No creo que te golpeen de entrada. He doesn't think so to start with.
Spain is being a disaster for me. Every challenge I've done has looked pretty easy on paper, and it's proved to be a total and utter nightmare to finish. I think this one's going to spell trouble for Smith. Oh, that's the firing squad just practicing.